Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Todd. Welcome to the Todd Reacts channel. I'm glad you're here. Whether you stay the whole time or you just kind of jump around, I appreciate you greatly. You could be anywhere, and you chose to be here, so I am thankful, forever thankful. But it's midnight. Todd is a reverse Cinderella. Indeed. Indeed. Got some great ones for you tonight. We'll go over those very shortly, but first, welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. I missed you on Friday. Things were kind of hectic around here, so I had to take the Friday off, which is not often, but we'll reschedule those videos and that lineup probably pretty soon, actually. We'll try to get that knocked out pretty soon. So if one of those videos was yours that you requested, it will be reacted to. It doesn't just disappear, I promise. We will get to it. But before we jump into anything tonight, let's go ahead and do a quick sponsor break. Yes, I said that. I absolutely said that. Winter's coming in fast, and these socks are an absolute lifesaver for cold feet. This is a paid promotion, so hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, or whatever you want. These are the Erkhes, as you can see. 100% organic wool, solid color crew socks. 2-pair set. Let me go ahead and showcase that. You'll see one is missing because I have been wearing them. But there is 2 sets that usually show up, and they are nicely wrapped and everything. No plastic to be found in the packaging, which we appreciate. Made in Mongolia from premium organic Mongolian wool. The packaging is completely, as I said, plastic-free. This is a molded pulp tray. It's recyclable, of course. Super clean, eco-friendly. I've been wearing them nonstop. Here's actually what they look like, so you can actually see them. They are quite soft and cozy. I've been wearing them nonstop for the last few days at this point. Even slept in them a few nights, and they were insanely soft and incredibly, ridiculously warm, like stupidly warm. And I actually had to remove them a couple nights because it is not quite full winter here. But when it does get to full winter, these will come in handy for sure. I was straight up roasting. Threw them in the wash on gentle cycle, and they came out perfectly, as you can see. Look great. No shrinking, no pilling or whatever it's called. Still just as plush and as soft as they were out of the package. I appreciate that. They're crew length, as you can see. Subtle tone-on-tone stripe pattern. Super cushiony, moisture wicking, which is nice. Naturally temperature regulating, so your feet stay warm and dry without ever getting sweaty, which is good. If cold feet from the weather, certainly, or circulation issues even, drive you crazy, these can fix it instantly, which is nice. Colors are clean neutrals. This is actually oatmeal. This is the oatmeal color that you can see before you. Also available in brown. Sizes are spot on. The small fits U.S. men's 5 to 7, and women's 6 to 8.5. The large, which is what I have here, fits 7 to 10 for men, and women's 8.5 to 11. The Amazon link, if you're watching on YouTube, will be down below in the description if you're looking to pick up a pair. Well, I guess 2 pairs, actually. And I'll drop it in the chat for you all. But go ahead, grab yourself a set before it actually gets ridiculously cold. It might already be ridiculously cold, and you're a little late, but you can make up for it, certainly. Huge thanks to Erkhes for keeping my feet happier than ever and cozier than ever, actually. Back to it. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to that, and check them out. Link in the description on YouTube, down below. Alrighty. We have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. They are: we're going to start off with Desperate Housewives. And we're going to move on to Ready or Not, which is a movie. Then we have BillyBabe, more Moo Tofu, right? Yeah, Moo Tofu, episode 2. So I guess we're going down this road to the unhinged is what I remember correctly from episode 1 is that everyone was just like, look out. It's going to get unhinged. But then we're going to follow that up with a Doctor Who video, which is actually centered around River Song. And then we will finish with a compilation or edit from the the K-drama, Moving. That's what I meant to say. Moving. It is a K-drama. I'm trying to remember if I've reacted to it before. I don't think I have, but should be a fun one. Should be a very fun one tonight. So thanks so much for being here, of course, again. And let's go ahead and jump into our standard fare, which is... These are all requested by members of ToddReacts.com. Certainly check out the website, become a member, literally guide the stream. The season and series tiers are the ones you're looking for. And as always, the winter collection is available right now. The Nick crewneck is going to have to be ordered fairly soon. Want to make sure that gets to you by the holidays, of course. So go ahead and check that one out. And all these wonderful, wonderful options you see before you. 15% off for members, ships worldwide, all that good stuff. And if you're already there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Over 14,400 of you have already done so. I appreciate it greatly. But, oh, yes. I almost forgot it. I will not forget it. It is the wonderful, the magnificent, the mythical Discord. Free to join. Lots of great conversations going on there, and it's a good way to keep up with stream and the schedule, of course. We're a little bit later tonight, so if you're in the Discord, you probably knew that. As you can see at the top, it tells you I'm live, which I am, which is super handy. And then, of course, we have all these wonderful fandom channels for you to check out, and if you don't see one that you're really wanting, just let us know. We will make it for you. It's as simple as that. And then we have some fun community ones as well. Get to know each other, all that good stuff. Friends have been made, all that wonderful stuff. 267 members. I appreciate it, Jace. Indeed. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the first one, shall we? Let's do it. First one is Bree Vandekamp from Desperate Housewives. Worship what I hate. Starting off strong. Starting off strong. Wow. Okay. Let's see what this one is about. I can draw some conclusions from what the title is, but let's go ahead and jump in.
No one knows who I really am. I'm entirely alone.
I keep looking at myself in the mirror, hoping it will change.
Thank you, Slayer Kitty. Welcome in.
Not acknowledging the elephant in the room is what we do best.
I'm seeing every flaw like a failure.
I will always love you.
Using every cure like a savior. Like trying to build a church out of all my hurt when it really needs grace.
Are you okay?
I gave all my time.
I'm so sorry.
To nothing.
We did everything we could.
I focused on who I was, not who I'm becoming.
I can't afford to fall apart right now.
That's too bad.
My fears, they took up space.
Why are you pretending to be happy?
My eyes couldn't look away.
I don't want to talk about it.
Didn't even realize.
Please don't go.
I worshipped what
If you
I
had
hate.
any idea how much I'm hurting already.
It's not enough.
Half a bottle of red just before bed is the only way I dream.
Because you're too resilient.
Before I really wake
You'd
up,
settle for that?
first thing I touch is a button.
A life filled with repression and denial?
I'm not guilty of leaving, not sticking
And the dinner
around.
parties?
I'm guilty of staying in
Breathe.
just a second.
Don't forget the dinner parties.
Kept my head down and really missed out on what's in front of me.
You told him to lie?
'Cause I gave all my
You have made a very big mistake.
I hope you blame yourself.
I focused on who I was, not who I'm becoming.
It's not what I would have chosen, but it's growing on me.
My fears, they took up space.
I'm not done with you.
My eyes couldn't look away.
I'll be soon.
I didn't even realize I worshipped what
I could never figure out a way to hurt you the way you hurt me.
Why do the lies feel like
Do not compare yourself to me.
Why do I do the things that I do? Why
What do you want?
it's so hard to keep my to nothing.
That's like the first time you've ever said that.
Focused on who
I would do anything for them, anything.
not who I'm becoming.
And against that, you are powerless.
You're gonna lose.
Why haven't you been to see him?
But jails. It's disgusting.
You're throwing your life away, and it pisses me off.
Write it up and I'll sign a confession.
You're facing 20 years to life. This could be your only way out.
Oh, jeez. That's not
How can you ever forgive me?
Didn't even realize I worshipped what I
Oh,
hate.
jeez. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. The editor said, I'm not sure what this is. I was randomly thinking about Desperate Housewives lately, and then got to thinking if I still relate to Bree as much as how much has happened since I started the show in 2005. I'm turning 36 this year, so starting Desperate Housewives is going to be, or getting to be, almost half a lifetime ago. Back then, I was starting college. Now I'm working, have a husband, teenage stepkid. And yeah, I still relate very strongly to my repressed queen. Although I think I've grown out of a lot of my bad habits, but this show still means a lot to me. I heard this song this week, and I thought I'd do something with it. Beautiful edit. It's amazing how much we can relate to characters, and, you know, it's not surprising. Most writers pick up and come up with characters, and they take a little bit from this person they know and a little bit from this person they know, and they just kind of throw them all together, and you're bound to find somebody you relate to. That is for sure. And maybe it's many people relating to one person, and it's all different reasons. It is kind of a interesting situation. Repressed queen is Bree Vanderkamp, according to that editor. That's terrible. I'm certainly aware of the Stepford wife trope, I guess, character trait. It does seem repressive. It does seem very, I don't know, constricting. Like, it's just, you're trying so much to keep up this exterior that you think other people will respect or, you know, look up to and that kind of stuff. And it ends up just being, I don't know. Maybe if there are other people that want to be like that or, you know, strive to be like that, they'll look up to you. But most people just kind of go, something's not right there. They're either hiding something or they're just, you know, really trying too hard. Just trying too hard. Life is hard enough. We don't have to try that hard to keep up public appearances. Bree was inspired a little by the creator, Mark Cherry's mother, if I recall correctly. Interesting. So he's got a little firsthand knowledge, which probably means that character's written very well. All right, let's pull up some information on Bree. Fictional character, of course. Received multiple awards, Marcia Cross, and nominations for her portrayal, including an Emmy Award nom and 3 Golden Globe noms. Dang, 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards. Portrayal of Bree was widely praised by critics and fans. Cross auditioned for the role of Mary Alice Young, but series creator Mark, speaking of, thought she was better suited for the role of Bree. One of the 4 main protagonists, of course, in Desperate Housewives' main struggle throughout the series was her attempt to maintain a perfect life despite various obstacles such as widowhood, divorce, alcoholism, hindering her. Yeah, that would certainly do it. She married Rex, Orson, and Tripp, and had relationships with various other men. Let's see here. Bree was very much written as an exaggerated version of the characteristics often attributed to wasps. She has been called a hyper uptight wasp. It's recognized for her perfectionist attitude and work ethic, which at times bordered on neurosis. Her perfectionism may stem from when her mother was killed in a hit and run. 10-year-old Bree cleaned her blood off the road outside the house. Oh my gosh. She said that once everything was spotless, she felt much better. Oy. Appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Bree is known for her homemaking talents at the level of Martha Stewart, which, funny enough, as this was playing, I was like, it's kind of like a Martha Stewart vibe. If you've ever seen Martha Stewart's show, it's very, kind of the do-all, know-all. Very talented. Can cook a fine meal, can sew everything together. Just all the talents. Both of Bree's marriages broke down and ended in divorce. However, Erkhes died before their divorce was finalized. Following their request for divorce, both of Bree's former husbands attempted reconciliation with her. Erkhes succeeded, whereas her second husband, Orson, did not. During the breakdown of her second marriage, Bree had an affair with Carl, her divorce lawyer. Boy, that is a story as old as time. And the ex-husband of her friend, Susan. However, Bree did remarry in the series finale to her lawyer, Trip Weston, making him her third husband. Only one of the main 4 housewives to not appear in every episode due to the actor's pregnancy, real-life pregnancy. Interesting. Bree is introduced as the perfect wife and mother. However, it becomes apparent that her emotional coldness and obsession with appearances makes her family resent her. And her husband, Erkhes, puts it, quote, "I just can't live in this detergent commercial anymore." Now that's funny. That is a funny line. That is extremely funny. Marcia Cross, who played Bree, acted in daytime soap operas such as The Edge of Night, Another World, and One Life to Live before moving to primetime television. That's not surprising. From what we've learned about soap operas or soap dramas, so many actors come from that world that you would have no idea. Literally none. From 92 to 97, she was on Melrose Place. And then she was 2004 to 2012, of course, Desperate Housewives. She had a recurring role as president on ABC series Quantico, which I have definitely reacted to before. All right, let's see here. Nominated for several awards, of course, we went through it. Show was one of the breakout hits of the 2004-2005 television season. In 2014, after 2 years of hiatus, Cross co-starred as the lead character's mother in the unsuccessful comedy pilot Fatrick. Interesting. Guest starred in an episode of Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Who hasn't at this point? Let's be honest. Let's be real about that. I think everybody's been in there. An ode to Bree. More than 21... You know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of all that. More than 21... That's so much easier and better to look at. More than 21 million viewers watched the premiere. Wow, that is so many. Strolled to her neighbor's widower with a basket of muffins, and to her husband and kids' embarrassment, quipped, "I will need the baskets back once you're done." Oh my gosh. These opening minutes set the tone. I'm sure you've had that experience where somebody lends you something or something. Usually like Tupperware or some sort of like food container or something, and they're just immediately like, "Oh, by the way, I'll need that back. Go ahead and wash that before you return it." These opening minutes set the tone for Bree's story arc as a consistently misunderstood and undervalued friend, wife, and mother. For 8 seasons, Desperate Housewives followed the dramatic suburban lives of Wisteria Lane, Susan, Lynette, Gabrielle, and of course Bree. Marcia Cross played the pearl-clutching redhead, earning several nominations and awards, but never quite got the recognition she deserves until now. Today, Desperate Housewives has found a whole new audience via streamers on Hulu and Freevee. And 11 years after the show's end, fans are finally putting some respect on Brie's name, with social media posts praising the characters frequently going viral. Recent surge of Brie stans joins those who have long appreciated the compelling housewife character who regrettably played second fiddle to the likes of the show's insufferable lead, Susan. Boy, that's a bit of a harsh opinion. Brie's moment is finally here, and it's time to outline exactly why she's been the real star. She was literally mother. Everyone thought of Brie as a perfect wife and mother. Everyone, that is, except her own family. Observations were often correct. Mary Alice, who was the series narrator. But Brie's offspring consistently lack appreciation for Brie, being the exemplary parent to the truly awful Andrew and Danielle. She was an amazing wife. The marriage between Brie and Rex was turbulent. Rex resented his wife's keeping up with the Joneses. That's what I was looking for earlier. I couldn't come up with keeping up with the Joneses. That is a perfect example. Approach to life, but Brie remained firmly by his side even after discovering his affair. Ooh. Brie's efforts to save her marriage failed after Rex abruptly asked for a divorce over a salad bar. This betrayal, as she viewed it, didn't stop her from caring for Rex in his final days, during which time he wrongly blamed Brie for his impending death. She really couldn't catch a break. She was a bad bee, certainly not one of those, as she once labeled friend and neighbor Lynette, she knows her way around a weapon. Well, hello. And she's not afraid to use it. Bang. Also handled the most horrifying of situations like a total BA. A bad rear end. When I'm censoring, I'm just like, how? That sounds terrible. That sounds worse than just saying the word. In season 2, for example, Brie got revenge on her husband's killer by ignoring his plea for an ambulance after he took a bunch of painkillers. Instead, she gracefully sat and watched him die. Wow. It's proof you don't mess with Brie. She had the best one-liners. No, I can't kill you today. I have Pilates. And Rex cries after he does something, as you can read. Just a couple of notable examples. Brie's stalker killed Rex, but Rex thought it was Brie. Interesting. I know what you did and I forgive you. Ah. Dang, that is brutal. She was loyal AF. Brie wasn't only a great wife and mother, she was also a very loyal friend. Whether Gabby, Susan, Lynette always deserved it remains up for debate. Supported them through marital woes, cancer, and a tornado's aftermath, all while keeping their dirtiest secrets firmly in the vault. Interesting. Favorite Brie quotes. True love is great, but at this point in my life, I'd rather go to the opera. If you think I'm going to discuss the dissolution of my marriage in a place where the restrooms are labeled chicks and dudes, you're out of your mind. I'm not going to read that last one. Brie, when I was young, my stepmother told me that I was very lucky. I possessed beauty, wit, cunning, and insight. These were weapons all women needed to survive in the world. Danielle said, so? Brie said, so take good care of your looks, Danielle. You don't have any other weapons at your disposal. AKA, she doesn't have any wit, cunning, or insight. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't read that one. When Orson said making less money than Andrew made him feel worthless, Brie says, I'm not saying you're worthless. I'm saying you're worth, comma, less. Wow. That is snarky beyond belief. when she called Danielle a petulant sock puppet. If you think I'm going to break bread with a malicious pill-popping shrew, you're out of your mind. Rex, you tried to kill me. Bree, yes, well, I feel badly about that. The mods called me out for bullying when I was just quoting Bree. That's funny. Oh my gosh. What an interesting character. That's awesome. Very good. Very good. The Stepford wife character is always irritating in some way. So I'm glad they made her likable and relatable. And just kind of, you feel bad for her, certainly, I'm assuming. Just because she's trying to portray the perfect person, perfect wife, perfect everything. And you can't help but feel just a little bad for them. Like they're just so caught up in it. And, I don't know. I guess I've never taken myself that seriously. You think what you think, you can't control what other people think of you either. That's for sure. You could try to be the most perfect person and then people look at you and just judge you accordingly. Like you really can't. It's just up to, how they view you, how they see you, maybe their life projecting onto you. And, maybe they knew somebody they didn't like that kind of looked like you. So therefore they hate you. And it's just, you can't worry about it. It's just, I think it comes with age. You care about it less. Certainly when you're younger, you're going to care about more, right? You're going to care about how you look. You're going to care about, how people see you, how they treat you, all that stuff. And I think the older you get, the more you just realize I could be super nice to everyone and they could still call me a jerk. Because you go through it. You go through life. You have these experiences of like, what did I ever do to that person? Or, or they just avoid you and you're just like, what? Was it something I said? Is it just because I'm me? I don't know. And then you just stop caring. But yeah, that I feel kind of bad for Bree, and I'm sure her heart was in the right place. Usually is, trying to keep up appearances and whatnot. And I totally understand her family. Just like, get me out of this commercial. Like, life is not perfect. We are not perfect. It just is what it is. Totally understand it. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one. This is Grace and Daniel, I Can't Pretend. This is from the movie Ready or Not, which I don't think I've heard of, honestly. So this will be eye-opening, certainly a learning experience, as most of these videos are. But let's go ahead and jump in, find out what's going on, see what's happening. I Can't Pretend. So I'm assuming... Ooh, just from the looks on these faces, I'm assuming we're falling out of love here. That's my guess. I don't know if it's accurate, but we got crying, we got deep thoughts, reflections maybe. It's a Horror should have been in your October watching. Oh, dang. Unfortunately, there was just too many. Way too many.
Plain disgust is kind of fun, and I'm disgusted at my family. I'm disgusted at the game. I'm disgusted at my wife, and the only person I really love, and I'm disgusted at I hate myself in this movie. But I love my brother, and I think Grace, played by Samara Weaving, is she seems like a good person, and yeah, he's conflicted.
Smile, smile, please.
She's pretty enough. A last call at the dive bar kind of way.
You don't belong in this family. I mean that as a compliment.
Definitely love Adam Brody.
At midnight, you have to play a game.
A game?
Yeah.
It says hide and seek. Are we really going to play that? Do I have to win?
No, you just have to play.
And
then you are officially part of the family. Honestly, it means more to them than the wedding itself.
Don't take it personally. They're just trying to figure out if you're a gold-digging whore. You know, my wife.
She'll never be one of us.
Of course not, dear. She has a soul. Do you remember how you reacted when I told you about this? I mean, you couldn't wait to sign your soul away.
What I'm getting kind of vibes of is, oh gosh, what is that movie called? Oh man, it's with Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz wrote it or directed it. What the heck is that called? Oh my gosh, he was an actor, he was a star, and then they all went to that island, and then things started happening, and it felt like you had to like figure out what is happening before, you know, you got basically. Gosh, it was all the rage like a couple years ago. Blink Twice. Blink Twice. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Obviously not a one-for-one.
Think that this is a fucking game!
Do you realize that if she lives till dawn, that we're all gonna die?
You don't want to kill me.
No, I don't. I like you, Grace.
Daniel, you're a good guy. You're a really, really, really good guy.
She's in the study!
You really think I would be stupid enough?
Jesus Christ. She's taking us all on. How's she doing this? You deserve a family.
Oh, ow.
Get out of the way.
You don't have to do it. I am not who you think I am.
Daniel.
Alex is the one who got out.
No, you don't.
Anyone who's gonna save you, it would have been him. Go.
Thank you.
I am so into this. I am so into that. That looks phenomenal. I am so mad I did not watch that in October. Terribly mad. Oh, gosh. Oh, that looks awesome. Now I got to watch it. But it's weird because it's like, you know, not Halloween anymore. Dang it. That would have been phenomenal for the Halloween night. Absolutely. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other edits that you might be interested in. Very well done. Wow. Go ahead and throw a like on that. Beautifully done. The editor said, guys, I totally love this movie. It's not just simply a horror. It also has so many humorous moments in it, and I quietly enjoyed it. Grace is not the typical damsel in distress. She was an effing rear kicker. And she did anything in her power to save herself. Daniel was also my favorite character, and I agree with Adam. Everything he said in that interview is exactly how I saw him since the start of the movie. He has some inner conflicts. He hates himself and his family except his brother, and somehow I had the feelings that he was the right one for Grace. Nice. Very cool. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest you do it soon. Yeah, I think that just went near the top of the list. That was phenomenal. Wow. All right, let's pull up some information on that. Check it out. Dang, if you're into that, like if that spoke to you at all, no better time than to watch it now. All right, let's go ahead and actually bring up the correct thing. There we go. Ready or Not was a 2019 film. Comedy horror, so it does have some comedy in it. Adam Brody, of course, that we saw. Samara Weaving follows a young bride who is hunted by her spouse's wealthy family as part of the wedding night ritual to worship the devil. Wow, it's quite the wedding night. You know, some people just kind of take it easy. Some people go on a honeymoon. They get into some stuff. Boy, oh boy. Go ahead and fix that real quick. Preparations began in 2017. Members of the filmmaking collective Radio Silence were hired as directors. Screenplay came out 2018. Premiered at a film festival. Interesting. Received positive reviews. Grossed $57 million worldwide against a $6 million budget. Wow, that is a classic. That's a classic horror film right there. Low budget, but it produced. It looked good. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is scheduled to be released next April, the coming April. So looking forward to that. Very cool. Yeah, wow. Budget, $6 million. Look at that. That is low. That is really low. But I love that. I absolutely love it. You know, in the day and age of 300 million, 250 million, it's kind of nice to see a 6 million in there and have it succeed and, you know, people praise it. It's awesome. As a child, Daniel is confronted in his family's mansion by Charles, a wounded man who begs him for help. Instead, Daniel alerts his family, who arrive in ceremonial masks and robes. Despite his bride Helen's pleas, Charles is shot with a speared gun and dragged away into a locked room. 30 years later, Daniel's brother Alex, the estranged son of the owners of the successful games company, is set to marry Grace, a former foster child. On Alex and Grace's wedding day, she meets with the family. Daniel and his wife, Charity, Alex's cocaine-addicted sister, Emily, her husband, Fitch, and their young sons, Georgie and Gabe. At midnight on their wedding day, every new member draws a game card from a puzzle box. Grace draws hide and seek. Believing it to be a harmless game, Grace hides herself as each of the family members receives a weapon. Alex finds Grace, who witnesses Emily accidentally kill a maid whom she mistakes for Grace. And at that point, you know the game is on. The game is afoot, Sherlock. Alex reveals that his family is cursed. If the new member draws the hide-and-seek card, the rest must find and ritually sacrifice them before dawn, or they die instead. The card was last drawn by Helene's husband, Charles, who was then found and murdered. With the mansion locked down, Alex disables the security system. All right, we don't have to go. We don't have to go through all of it, but wow, what a plot. That sounds phenomenal. And I love the fact that it's an hour and 30 minutes. Yes, it's low budget. It's an hour and 30. It's not going to take up your whole day or night. 90 minutes. That's all we need. 90 minutes of fun and interest and scary moments. Look at those ratings. 89%, 78% popcorn. Love it. Truly witty banter mixed with horrendous scenes of shocking brutality punctuates the just another day feel of this black comedy. Interesting. This person relates it to Clue, the game, complete with a tribute appearance of a pepperbox revolver. Ready or Not also lays out a motley assortment. Colonel Mustard and Mrs. Peacock were the opponents, hell-bent on dispatching Grace prior to sunup. What's interesting is it's kind of relatable to Sinners in a way. Like you gotta get them before the or at least survive to sunup. Grace couldn't be happier as she marries the man of her dreams at his family's luxurious estate. There's just one catch. She must now hide from midnight until dawn. It's kind of like the movie Until Dawn. There's so many movies I'm relating it to now. While her new in-laws hunt her down with guns, crossbows, and other weapons, as Grace desperately tries to survive the night, she soon finds a way to turn the tables on her not-so-lovable relatives. Critics say it's smart, subversive, and darkly funny. Ready or Not is a crowd-pleasing horror film with giddily entertaining bite. Wildly entertaining in a tight 90 minutes. Crackles with energy, never letting your attention waver. God, I am so mad I did not watch this in October. Dang it. Oh, I'm mad. Ready or Not review, a wedding night with a gory class war twist. Tart satirical horror from directors, blah, 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 blah. 2/3 of the filmmaking collective, Radio Silence, who masterminded 2012's cult horror anthology, VHS, borrows its title from the children's game Hide and Seek, of course. Filmmakers cut their teeth making low-budget horror films. That impulse towards economy is apparently there, or here, despite the film's opulent setting. There's an elegance to the premise, an otherwise straightforward cat-and-mouse chase around a gothic mansion, and a satisfying clip to the rewardingly gory action. Weaving tears down the institution of marriage with scrappy determination and a cheeky, foul-mouthed wit. Her battle uniform, yellow Converse sneakers, ripped lace train, rifle, and a sash full of ammunition will surely become its own cult Halloween costume. Ready or Not 2 picks up almost immediately after. First, Elijah Wood teases sequel, deepens mythology. Cool. Ready or Not 2, here I come. Elijah Wood, who will join the cast in April, recently revealed that the director, apparently the same ones, picked the story up almost immediately after the first one ends. Okay, so I would definitely check out the first one first, of course, if they're just going to continue it. I love the original. I think Ready or Not is a total blast. I love Samurai in that film. I love the cast of that movie and the kind of nugget of the mythology that you get. What I love about this sequel is that it really deepens the mythology, so I'm stoked for people to see it. It's a movie that takes place almost immediately after the first one ends and enriches anything and everything you love about the original. Oh, that's great. Love that. I don't think it'll have the same impact that the first one had. They very usually don't. Just because you've already seen that story play out. So they really have to kind of change it in a way that does the first one justice, but also, makes it fresh, makes it interesting. You don't want to just watch the same movie twice. Premiering April 10th, 2026, the sequel storyline is being kept secret. Well, that's good. Don't be spoiling it. That looked phenomenal. And I don't feel like I'm alone in saying that. I think if you watch that and you had never heard of it, you're probably like, that looks pretty good. That would be kind of an interesting, weeknight or a weekend, late at night, turn that on, turn all the lights off, get terrified. And of course, there's some laughs in there as well. But that looked awesome. That looked really cool. I definitely want to check that out. All right, let's move on to the next one. It is BillyBabe, Moo Tofu Story, Episode 2. Let's go ahead and prep this because we will need the subtitles. So let's go ahead and make sure they're visible so I'm not completely blocking them. There we go. Let's jump in.
ยังไม่ตื่นทุกคนตื่นยังตื่นแล้ว
This is such a hard shift from the last one we just watched. It's the classic Todd Reacts roller coaster of emotions right there. You never know.
ต้มมันเพียไปเลย
มูมูเต้าหู้สตอรี่ครับ
สวัสดีครับ6 โมงเช้านี่แหละชัดเลยเช้าแล้ว2 วันติดเห็นไหมมูยังไม่ตื่นทุกคนวันนี้เรานัดกันตอนเวลา7:55ก็คือหลับสบายมากมูตื่นยังมูตื่นยังตื่นได้แล้วอาบน้ำ
That is a good question.
ขอตัวไปปลุกมูมูก่อนนะครับน่าจะขุดขึ้นยาก
Unhinged out of the gate. Well, you know what? It's good to just hit him with the unhinged immediately, so they know what to expect. One hour.
เร็วไม่เสร็จแล้วมั้งถูกต้องอาบน้ำสิน้ำจะไม่อาบน้ำยังไงอาบน้ำก่อนนะครับอาบน้ำก่อนครับนี่แหละผื่นขึ้นเลยเห็นปะแปรงฟันตั้ง2 ชั่วโมงขึ้นได้ไงทำไมต้องจุ๊บแรงขนาดนี้มูมูผื่นขึ้นโอ้โหคือตอนนี้เรากำลังเดินทางไปแล้วนะครับเดินทางไปบริเวณงานก็ตอนนี้ก็8 โมงเช้าอากาศก็กำลังดีเลยทุกอย่าเพิ่งแรงขนาดนี้ขอร้องนี่เราก็กำลังเดินทางไปก็ใช้เวลาประมาณ5 ชั่วโมงจะไปไหนครับ ไม่ถึงเช้าลงก็ไม่ติดหรอกเราไปกินข้าวก่อนที่นู่นเนาะเดี๋ยวไปรันทูแล้วก็เจอกับทุกคนก็จะไปโขกหน้าขย่มผมก่อนนะเจอกันจ้ะตันนี่ตักอะไรบ้างอ่ะสเต็กเนื้อครับแล้วก็ข้าวผัดซีฟู้ดมันบดน่าจะเป็นคาโบนาร่าแล้วก็เป็นอันนี้
Oh my gosh, I'm so
กิน
hungry
กับข้าว
right
พื้นเมืองส่วนฉันนี่จ้ากินสลัดผักใบเขียวมันคืออะไรอกไก่เหรอสลัดไก่พาสต้ากินข้าวก็กินหมูนี่พร้อมกับที่เหมือนเมื่อวานเลยกินทุกคนเสร็จแล้วจะได้ไปจัดแต่งหน้าทำงานต่อ
ไม่มีมันเดี๋ยวเขาจะเอาอะไรออกทั้งหมดใครเริ่มยังไงพอBillyBabeเดินออกมาจากหลังเวทีปุ๊บข้างหลังแยกออก2 ข้าง
อันนี้แต่งหน้าไปนิดนึงแล้วครับเหลือทาปากไปหาคนทาปากเก็บปากก่อนเลยทาปากขนาดนี้มันไม่เห็นมีเลยครับทาปากเหลือเวลาอีกไม่ถึงชั่วโมงนี่เรียบไหนใช่ครับตื่นเต้นมากสุดที่มีกันโอ้โหผมนี่
I appreciate them putting in the non-copyright music. There's that move.
วันนี้ก็เสร็จเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วครับตอนนี้เหลือแฟนซายนะครับตอนนี้เวลาประมาณ4 ทุ่มครึ่งแล้วใช่เดี๋ยวรอเต้าหู้ทรายแล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะไปเปลี่ยนชุด
dine together
วันนี้สนุกมากๆทุกคนน่ารักมากๆเลยชาวฟิลิปปินส์ทุกคนน่ารักมากเลยชอบเอเนจีมากๆดูเต้าหู้สนุกเลย
I have no memory of this
เสร็จตั้งนานแล้วเหนื่อยไหมก็ฉันเพิ่งเสร็จหิวข้าวมากกว่าได้นั่งคุยกันตรงนั้นไปก่อนฉันหิวข้าวเหมือนกันเหนื่อยไหมแฮปปี้มากกว่าสนุกมากนะเอาจริงๆนะฟิลมันไม่เหมือนเดิมอ่ะมันเป็นสเตจที่เราต้องโฮทุกอย่างไว้คนเดียวอ่ะแล้วมันก็เป็นฟิลใหม่ๆพี่แฟนคลับแต่ละที่เขาก็มีคาแรคเตอร์culture ของคนละแบบแต่นี่รู้สึกโอ้โหอินเนอร์เจเนติกมากเลยอะแบบเอเนอร์จี้ล้นแบบจอยมากแต่คือเนี่ยพยายามถอดพยายามฟังอะไรเงี้ยเพราะว่าใส่แล้วมันไม่ได้ยินใช่ไหมแล้วถอดแล้วเป็นไงบ้างได้ยินเสียงทุกคนให้กำลังใจมันฟูลฟิลนะครับถ้าหลับตรงนี้นี่คืออดไปกินปิ้งย่างนะไม่หลับใครเขาง่วงกันไม่มีใครเขาง่วง
Just immediately knew he was falling asleep
ห้ามหลับเดี๋ยวเราจะไปกินปิ้งย่างกันก่อนก็นี่น่าจะหมดแล้วนะแล้วก็ไปกลับห้องนอนเก่งมากเก่งมากอะไรจ้าภาพนั้นมันติดตาทุกคนตกตัวอีมีคนขำฉันเริ่มตัวไม่ถูกเลยจนจับไม่ทันเลยมันก็ผิดพลาดกันได้สิ่งที่มากไปกว่าอายคืออะไรทำ
I don't know if you've noticed this with hotel rooms, but whenever you eat, like eat dinner or whatever, and then you go back to the hotel room, almost always you're hungry for some reason. I don't know why that is. Like I'll come back from dinner, go to the hotel room, and then I'm just starving. Like just an hour later, 2 hours later. And I'm like, why didn't I get any snacks? What did I do? Like you have to get snacks for the hotel room. That is just a law written in stone. And when you don't, you're just like, I guess I'm going to bed hungry. I'm eating sleep tonight. Hotel room snacks are a must. Absolutely. เป็นชุดแล้วเดี๋ยวเราจะไปทานข้าวกันตอนนี้เวลาประมาณ4 ทุ่มครึ่งเกือบ5 ทุ่มแล้ว I mean, even if the hotel has snacks, they're just like wildly expensive.
แอบถ่ายด้วยเหรออยากดูก็ต้องไปดูในตอนตัดเสร็จไปเปลี่ยนชุดดีกว่าเฮ้ยนอนเนี่ยเนาะโอ้ยไม่เช็ดหน้าเลยนอนแล้วไม่ไหวแล้วไงมาเดี๋ยวเช็ดหน้าให้เองล้างหน้าให้ด้วยไม่อาบแล้วน้ำไม่ได้ต้องเช็ดหน้าก่อนเดี๋ยวสิวขึ้นนะคะเช็ดก็เช็ดดีๆแม่เช็ดก็เช็ดดีๆอันนี้นั่งดิมาตายแล้วก็สิวขึ้นเช็ดถูกปะเนี่ยมันถูกต้องไหมเนี่ยเช็ดอย่างเงี้ยเช็ดหน้าตัวเองเช็ดยังไงเหนื่อยไหมไม่เหนื่อยแล้วเช็ดต่อไปอยากมองหน้าได้ไหมไม่มองเช็ดนอนเดี๋ยวหน่อยก็ได้อยากมองหน้าไหมไม่มองตรงนี้หน่อยออกไปจนเราต้องมองหน้าดิมือเองเช็ดไม่สะอาดเลยจ้ะไปเอามาลงละเช็ดดีๆถ้าจะเช็ดแล้วก็นอนก็ทำให้โดนวีเนี่ยทุกคนตลับอยู่แล้วตลับไม่ได้ต้องเช็ดก่อน
You just wake up and your pillow looks like your face.
ก็อันเดิมไม่ใช้ได้ไม่ได้หมดแล้วเพื่อนแล้วจ้ะคือที่นอนก็นอนเฉยๆนะมีคนเช็ดให้ใช่ไหมหรือว่าไปหน้าดี
This isn't even self-care. This is like going to a spa.
แบบนี้คนเช็ดให้ยิ่งบ่อยเลยต่อยทีนี่ต้องหลายคนชื่ออะไรนะมูเช็ดจริงจังอะเช็ดเลยอะเช็ดแบบเช็ดจริงนี่ฉันก็เช็ดอย่างนี้โชว์ดิโชว์ไหนเช็ดสิเช็ดแบบนอนอะเนี่ยเช็ดแรงเลยเห็นไหมเห็นกระดูกค ขอบตา
โอเคไหนทำให้ดูอีกไหนทำให้ดู
เนี่ย
Do it again
เก่งมากเลยอ่ะทำแล้วก็ได้จนกดไปที่ตากันอย่างนี้เหรอ
นอน
ได้ทำไม่ลงอ่ะ
ไม่ลงก็นอนแล้ว ไปที่ขอบตา
มีขอบตานี่ก่อนตรงนี้
ยังไม่โดนขอบตาเลยนะ
ปากเดือดเลย
ตาบนไว้
ขนตาสวยนะ
กินอิ่มปะ
อิ่มเส้นอ่ะ
ให้กินหมูกินอะไรไม่กินเส้นอะไร
Honestly, the face mask looks like a horror movie.
น้อยไม่น้อย
ต้มแม่งเทียไปเลยไม่ใช่ถูกต้องโอ้โห
ไปลุก
ตายเลยง่ายเกิน
มาร์กหน้าให้ด้วยจะมีใครสักกี่คนมาเช็ดหน้าให้แล้วก็มาร์กหน้าให้ทันทีเนี่ย
ง่ายเกิน
ไป
แล้ว
ไป
I was just watching it going. It's like Leatherface, like wiping your make off for you.
Good morning ครับทุกคนวันนี้ต้องกลับบ้านแล้วไม่อยากกลับไปด้วยตัวหูมันตื่นหรือยัง
โหตื่นได้แล้วเดินเราต้องกลับบ้านแล้วเลยตอนนี้ไม่ต้องรู้ว่าอยู่นอนต่อไปอีกสักคืนนะเดินเร็วตื่นไหมนอนก็ถ้าไม่ตื่นจะโดนทำให้ตายแล้วมาตื่นไหมให้โอกาส3 วิตื่นแล้ว1 2 3โดนมูจุกคนไม่ยอมตื่นกันก็มูต่อยคืนด้วยหูดำตรงเนี้ยมันสบายดูสิ
Oh my gosh.
นอนกัน
Oh my gosh. All that unused bed.
ตอนนี้ใกล้จะถึงเวลาแล้วนะครับก็เราอยู่บนเครื่องแล้วกำลังจะบินตรงกลับจากฟิลิปปินส์ไปสู่ประเทศไทยสนามบินสุวรรณภูมิ
ใช่
เหนื่อยไหม
ไม่เหนื่อยเดี๋ยวพุ่งจะได้กลับเมืองไทยแล้วสนุกมาก
วันนี้กินอย่างเดียวเลยเนาะนี่ไม่ได้ทำอะไรเลยกินอย่างเดียวตั้งแต่เช้าไปกินข้าวแล้วก็ตรงมาสนามบิน
อิ่มตั้งแต่เช้าแล้วอิ่มตั้งแต่ตอนอยู่บนเตียง
กินอะไรมาตอนอยู่บนเตียงกินอะไรมา
กินซาลาเปากินซาลาเปาไป1 ลูก
เหรอ
ใช่1 ปอนด์ใหญ่ซาลาเปา
อยากจะรู้มีซาลาเปาเมื่อไหร่กี่โมงฝากติดตามด้วยนะครับว่ามูมูกับเต้าหู้จะไปทำอะไรกันต่อนะสำหรับทริปนี้
That was the moment.
นี้ก็เก็บภาพต่างๆมาให้ดู
ไปเที่ยวไหนก่อน
ไปไหนล่ะไปไหนล่ะ
อยากดูก็ต้องติดตามงั้นเลยเหรอตัวเล็กแอบฝากกับฟุตนี้ลงมา
ไม่ได้ไปไหนมาโทรไปบอกไม่มาเอา
Oh, if I was like, please add this
เรี
footage.
ยกงอนปะเนี่ย
Oh my gosh. So, a little steamed bun action, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw out some much deserved love. Idol Factory Official is the channel. Oh my gosh. Let's pull up some information on BillyBabe. I don't know if we'll get through the full doc. Honestly, I don't think we have to because I'm pretty sure we'll have some more coming. But let's go ahead and do a couple pages. BillyBabe, Billy, 31 years old, birthday being June 12th. Babe, 27, birthday being October 5th. Billy majored in aerospace engineering. Babe is journalism. They're both signed to Idol Factory. It makes sense. It was the Idol Factory channel. In sub-translations, Billy is represented by the wolf emoji. Babe is represented by a pig or pig snout, which is pretty on the nose for Babe, Pig in the City. They currently have a show called Interminable, I think, airing. The MDL summary was vague and didn't really explain anything last reaction, so bear in mind there's only a few episodes out. Here's a summary from what Slayer Kitty, shout out Slayer Kitty, told me. The show takes place in two time periods, 1912 and 1947. In 1912, Billy's character, Kunyai, is a young man of wealth and position. He's expected to marry a woman, Sophie, pronounced Soapy. However, he sees the dancer performing one night at a function. Kauta, appreciate the pronunciations because I would be lost. I would be absolutely butchering these. Played by Babe and his female presenting, they fall in love. Some context: historically, Thai dancers were often seen as workers, intimacy workers. Much like in the West, historically, actresses were. Eventually, Soapy finds out that Kunyai and, what's that pronunciation? Kauta. She also finds out that Kauta is a man and he is executed. Oh, wow. That went 0 to 100 real fast in that sentence. Soapy ends herself. At some point, Kunyai dies too. Oh my gosh. That paragraph is unreal. In 1947, two of the three have reincarnated. Kunyai is not reincarnated. He is a ghost haunting the house. Ooh. He had owned in 1912. You know what? I can't blame him, honestly. If it's my house, I'm going to haunt it. I'm going to be there. You can count on it. Who told you could be in this house? In 1947, Kauta, who is male presenting in this life, finds out he's inherited a house. The one Kunyai is haunting. Oh, boy. So it's a reincarnated fated mates storyline with gender shenanigans. Reincarnated Soapy remembers their past life, but Kauta does not. Though he keeps drawing Kunyai, not knowing who he is. Interesting. Because she remembers and doesn't know Kunyai hasn't reincarnated. Soapy is trying to figure out who he is so that she can keep the lovers apart in this life too. Wow, that seems very deep and complex. Possessive gay ghost. Oh my gosh.
นี้แก้วตาเพื่อนรักน้องเอง
ไม่คิดว่าผู้ชายจะแต่งชุดชายได้งดงามขนาดนี้เลยนะคะแก้วเป็นของผมแก้วครับเป็นลำแบบนี้นะเวลากลับบ้านมีอะไรแก้วตา
Oh my gosh. Some idiot outside is revving his engine. So if you hear that, that's what that is. Or if you hear anything in the background. BTS from filming. That was very possessive indeed. We don't know what quite happened to him yet. Interesting. BTS from filming.
ป่วยอยู่ป่วยทีนี้ก็2 วันนี้เขาหนักมากเขายังป่วยเหลือเข้าแคบครับแม่ผมคือคนนี้แม่บิลลี่เบฟคนนี้แม่บิลลี่
Oh my gosh. And more BTS. Why is that play button still there? There it is. fancy looking costumes. He's possessing someone in that scene, so they all think that was Babe's servant. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what's going on here? There's like some physical, metaphysical connection happening. I was like, what? All right, here we go. Oh, that is that. I just clicked on it. Cinematography scenery is beautiful. Oh, wow. Dang, look at that. The lily ponds, or the lily pads. Wow, beautiful bridge. Gorgeous setting. Oh my gosh. I think I found a new background. That is lovely. Traditional Thai dance is incredibly involved and skilled discipline to learn. It requires very specific movements and hypermobility that's either born with or that the body is trained into. It's very ornate. What a setting. Wow. Boy, they really went all out with that. Actual traditional practices, this training comes with stretches that can be difficult or impossible to the average body, which may be what is happening here. Let's open those hips up. I love my job. This is Billy. That's funny. Actual traditional practices include sleeping with hands stretched back and tied into position after using boiling water to make the joints more flexible. A what? Oh my gosh. Whilst that's not expected of an actor for a role, a lot of dedication has gone into making the dance scenes accurate. Babe complained that his hands were hurting a lot after filming. That is incredible. So you have boiling water making your joints more flexible? Oh my gosh. Whoa. That is intense. Comparing their interminable characters to them, I said, get rid of it. Leave. Leave this place. It won't close it. What is happening? Let's try it again. Okay. Boy, that was weird.
ชีวิตเขาก็เหมือนผมเจอกับเบฟที่แบบว่าทุกอย่างค่อยๆแบบคลายขึ้น flexible มากขึ้นแบบอยากทำอะไรที่มันแบบไม่ต้องเป๊ะมากก็ได้
Okay. After Kuhn met Kauda, his life became like mine after I met Babe.
ทนายเขาเจอแก้วตาปุ๊บทำให้ชีวิตเขาก็เหมือนผมเจอกับเบฟที่แบบว่าทุกอย่างค่อยๆ
Everything got easier, more flexible.
ขึ้น flexible มากขึ้นแบบ
And didn't need everything to be perfect all the time. Wow. Very sweet. Very sweet. If we look at the pictures of him in dance costume, his fingers are bent back. I don't know if I want to look at that now. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's something. Ooh. I think I'll pass. They've been attending a lot of shows for Elle Fashion Week in Bangkok, including a La Boutique, which had them in these outfits. That would be a corset and a see-through shirt. There you go. That is definitely fashion, if I've ever seen it. Oh. That one's interesting. I'm naturally too hypermobile. Yes, absolutely. And sometimes when you don't want it to happen, right? Yeah, that is right in front of the cameras. Just pow, pow. Billy posting about the outfit and show. La Boutique did that to my waist. That's not just any waist. There's also a suit on under that, which is wild. It's almost like a Riddler suit in a way. Oh no, not Riddler, Beetlejuice. That's what I'm thinking of. Don't say that 3 times. All right, so corsets were the fashion item. That's got to be such a good moment. Put all that hard work into it. People love it. It's like all those days and hours of work towards these, these pieces, these numbers, these, pieces of clothing, I suppose. All that work, punching a needle through your finger and stuff. All that is worth it just for that moment. Billy couldn't resist, apparently. Oh, geez. Is this the slap heard around the world? Talking about NC scenes. Oh boy. I want you all to tell me about that love scene, because when filming that scene, they put up a black curtain to prevent people not involved in filming from entering. I'm shy about my rear end if there's a lot of people. Must protect it. Huh? Is that your butt? Isn't that CG? It's really his butt? That's my booty. For BillyBabe, no CG. Booty is needed. That's Are you tired today? Oh my gosh. Unhinged. They're not that shy. No, I would say not. How many pages we got? You know what? Let's save it. I don't want to go too deep because I have a feeling we're going to see episode 3. I'm just kind of thinking about it for a second. I'm pretty sure episode 3 is coming. So it's less work for you, Jace. Indeed. All right, let's move on to Doctor Who, River Song, Sweet But Psycho. So you can pretty much guarantee what the song is going to be. Let's go ahead and pull that up and jump in. Here we go. Just as a programming note, this will be posted to YouTube after a couple of days. There is some things that need to happen on the back end, but it will be posted. Here we go.
Hello, sweetie.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she screams.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a thing to wear. Take off your clothes.
What kind of micro-explosives?
The kind I just put in your wine.
Yeah, who are you? For heaven's sake! Look at the pair of you. We're all gonna die right here, and you're just squabbling like an old married couple.
I'd say so, yes.
Your husband? Sort of.
I'm basically married at the time. Funny how things work out.
More deadly, more powerful, and more impatient than their tiny minds can imagine. Oops.
Run. Doctor, can you sonic me?
Ooh, Doctor, you sonicked her.
Right then, I have questions. What in the name of sanity have you got on your head?
This is a fixed point. This must happen. This always happens.
Hello, sweetie.
This is a fixed point in time.
Fixed points can be rewritten.
No, they can't. Of course they can't. Who told you?
It's true. You're the woman he loves.
No, I'm not.
She's lying.
The doctor does not and has never loved me.
Confirmed. The life form is not lying.
775/34910 012/. Oh, ordinance. You might want to find something to hang on to. One alpha meson burst through your eye stalk would kill you stone dead.
Records indicate you will show mercy.
I'm River Song. Check your records again.
That's really wrong.
I think I'm now a River Song stan.
So, what kind of doctor are you?
Archaeology. Love it.
Love her and her actress currently competing in Strictly Come Dancing.
I expect you to find a way around it.
Not everything can be avoided.
What's he doing?
I'm sorry.
Never shoot a girl while she's regenerating. Love it. I'm going to be professor someday. How exciting! Yes. Hello, sweetie.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I like River Song a lot. The character, the actress, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. And also check out their channel. They might have other edits that you might be interested in, of course. Oh my gosh. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, let's go ahead and bring up some information on River Song. Played by Alex Kingston. Quote, all anyone will ever tell you is that when the wind stands fair and the night is perfect, when you least expect it, but always when you need it most, there is a song. Born Melody Pond, Amy Pond, and Rory Williams during the Battle of Demon's Run, she was kidnapped by agents of the Silence and raised as the Doctor's perfect assassin. But in her pursuit of the Doctor, she fell in love with him, which broke her conditioning. Becoming a doctor of archaeology, as she said, she was again recruited by the Silence to kill the Doctor at a fixed point in time. However, the assassination was staged to allow the Doctor to disappear from view. Handed 12,000 life sentences for his murder, River spent her days at Stormcage Containment Facility, but her nights traveling with the Doctor. They investigated the wreck of the Byzantium, battled weeping angels in New York, and visited singing towers of Beryllium. She died in the library, saving the people trapped in its computer. The Doctor was able to upload her into the mainframe where her data ghost lives, with 3 children to look after. The Doctor and River have met each other, broadly speaking, in reverse order. The first time the Doctor meets River is the last time she sees him. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely love it. Doctor Who River Song story in chronological order explained. She's hard to explain as the Doctor and viewers met her out of order because time travels. Yeah, that is difficult. That is absolutely difficult. And as someone who's, trying to figure it out and pretty ignorant, I would say, it is a little difficult to wrap my mind around that she was introduced in opposite order. Like, my mind is just like, huh? What? What makes River Song unique is that she and the Doctor met one another in completely different sequence. They frequently have to check diaries to figure out where they are in each one's personal timelines, ensuring they don't accidentally drop any spoilers for each other. Tragically, the Doctor knew throughout their relationship how River's life would end, because for him, the first time they met was right before she died. River Song's story is told in the order the Doctor encounters her, but that makes it particularly interesting to rewatch from her perspective instead. River Song Doctor Who timeline. Here we go. River Song is born. Season 6, all the way in Season 6, Episode 7. Good Man Goes to War. Doctor Who River Song timeline begins Season 6, Episode 7, which is the story of her birth. Unique abilities such as Time Lord regeneration are explained here too. She was conceived aboard the TARDIS. Melody Pond is the daughter of Amy and Rory. Unfortunately, the Doctor's enemies used this to their advantage. After they identified her as a potential tool, they kidnapped Amy, replacing her with a duplicate, while they waited the birth. River Song regenerates as a child, Season 6, Episodes 1 and 2. Personal timeline then continues, Season 6, Episodes 1 and 2. Doctor's friends watch in horror as the Doctor apparently dies before their eyes, only to find a slightly younger Doctor has also been called to the scene. They are whisked away to 1969, where the Doctor uncovers President Nixon's secret. He's getting mysterious calls from a little girl who can only be kept alive as long as she lives inside a spacesuit. River Song takes the form of Alex Kingston. Season 6, Episode 8. The next significant moment came when Melody Pond, calling herself Mel's, traveled to England and became childhood friends with her own parents. In fact, she played a major part in getting Amy to realize Rory was more than just a friend. Interesting. Season 6, Episode 8, where she regenerated into the familiar form of Alex Kingston. After attempting to end the World War II baddie, if you will, Inglourious Basterds style, for no reason other than the fact she felt like it, she was transported to the future to train as an archaeologist. These first 4 episodes essentially bring River Song's origin story to an end. River Song is forced to kill the Doctor, Season 6, Episode 12, aptly titled Closing Time. This is one of Doctor Who's darker episodes, but also satisfying, offering because of the big reveal. River is forcibly recruited to kill the Doctor, being revealed as a mysterious person inside a suit who ended his life, Season 6, Episode 1. River Song marries the Doctor, Season 6, Episode 13, The Wedding of River Song. As shown, River initially attempts to resist the Silence's control. The Doctor's death is a fixed point in time, so River's actions come close to destroying all of reality. But the Doctor persuades her to marry him and then kill him. There's a trick, of course, but the upshot is that River Song is officially the Doctor's wife, and Amy Pond is his mother-in-law. River Song meets Amy, Rory, and the Doctor for the first time, Season 6, Episode 7. Viewers who want to watch the full River Song story will occasionally need to repeat some episodes. Newly imprisoned at the Storm Cage Containment Unit, sentenced to no less than 12,000 consecutive life sentences for murdering the Doctor, she breaks out to head to the Battle of Demon's Run and properly introduces herself to the Doctor, Amy, and Rory at last. The Doctor makes River Song watch herself kill him, Season 6, Episodes 1 and 2. crosses her own timeline again. Later version of her also appears in The Impossible Astronaut and The Day of the Moon. Although there's no actual evidence River knew about this in the episode itself, she later claimed to just be acting. Summoned by the Doctor to bear witness to his apparent death at the hands of her younger self. Interesting. River frees the Doctor from Pandorica. Seasons 5, episode 12 and 13. It's now time to head to Doctor Who Season 5. Two-part adventure sees the Doctor learn that the TARDIS will explode and destroy the entire universe. Wow. River can fly the TARDIS. Naturally, the Doctor restores the universe, although this does have a side effect of warping reality a little. River meets Amy and the Doctor early in their timeline. Season 5, episode 4 and 5. Season 5, episodes 4 and 5. Doctor's personal timeline, which features few interactions with the Weeping Angels. Only a second time he's met River. First time she met her own mother for Amy. River carefully avoids giving away too much, but can't resist telling the Doctor she'll see him at the Pandorica. River reveals Amy is Doctor's mother-in-law, the Doctor's mother-in-law. Season 6, episode 13. River reveals the Doctor is still alive and leaves Amy reeling as she realizes that she's now officially the Doctor's mother-in-law. River is there for the Doctor after Amy and Rory depart. Reveals that she's been freed from the storm cage because the Doctor has been erasing records of his own existence, resonating that imprisonment is impossible for murdering someone who doesn't exist. River Song's Last Night with the Doctor. 2015 Christmas special. Beautiful twist, however, is that the Doctor ensures they spend a night together at Delirium. And a single night on this planet lasts 24 years. This serves as an explanation for why River considered this incarnation of the Doctor to be hers. They spent the most time together. River Song's Death, Season 4. It's crazy that it's going back in order. That's so brilliant. First time he has met River for the present-day Doctor. For the time-traveling archaeologist herself, it's destined to be their last. He saves River's mind by transporting her consciousness into a VR environment. Wow. River Song's Consciousness Lives On, Season 7, Episode 13. She hints there's some untold story. River will return. Doctor's meeting recurring characters from previous seasons isn't uncommon ground for Doctor Who. Will River Song return in Doctor Who? Alex Kingston would be happy to expand on River's timeline. Russell T. Davies is back as showrunner. River Song was introduced under Davies' production. There you go. Interesting. Very interesting. Alex Kingston, like I said, played River Song. She was on ER. Interesting. Regular role. Earned her a BAFTA for the Fortunes and Misfortunes of Moll Flanders. Obviously Doctor Who, right? She was in Arrow as well. Dinah Lance. Whoa. Also in A Discovery of Witches. Very cool. Written a book about one of River's solo adventures. Very neat. Reveals womb cancer diagnosis. That's terrible. That's bad news. Hopefully she's doing well with treatment and whatnot. October 10th, so it was literally last month. Revealed she was diagnosed with womb cancer last year. Currently competing on Strictly Come Dancing, which apparently, according to Jace, is like the Dancing with the Stars kind of thing. She had a hysterectomy and radiation therapy during her treatment, which finished late last year. That's good it finished. I'd assumed that the way I was feeling was old age, and I just sort of accepted it. She's 62. I thought, okay, this is what it's like to be in my 60s, but a lot of how I was feeling had what was to do with my illness. Experiencing bloating, aches, but only sought medical help after spotting blood in her urine. That is a telltale sign. That is 100% telltale sign that something might be seriously wrong. I never went down the cancer road in my head. It was a shock. You know what's interesting is most of the time it's something like, noticing the little thing, right? We're pretty used to our how we are normally. So when something is abnormal, it sticks out. And you just have to make sure you don't ignore it. If you see anything or, experience anything that's not normal for you, chances are it's not normal. Even though my body was telling me there was something very wrong, I kept thinking, oh, I've got a bad UTI or fibroids or something. She later explained that that's the problem. We do explain it away as well. That's a part of being human right there. Oh, that's probably just something non-serious. Won't even worry about it. She explained that her 2024 was dominated by the diagnosis and subsequent treatments. I had a major operation, had to have a hysterectomy, I had to go into radiation therapy, took up a huge part of my life. Actress recalled that she had suffered a hemorrhage while on stage, something she described as shocking. She appeared in the other Boleyn Girl, in West Sussex in April-May 2024. After seeking medical attention following the show's run, Kingston was told the cancer was in her fallopian tubes, but had not spread to the ovaries. The minute I had the operation, I suddenly felt like myself again. The actress urged other women not to ignore any signs of ill health. That is true for everybody. If you notice anything that's off, check it out. Get checkups, feel anything's wrong. Kingston played River Song in BBC One, of course. Doctor Who from 2008 to 2015. Starred in ER, which apparently a lot of people did. Like George Clooney was in ER. Currently taking part in Strictly with professional dance partner pair topped the leaderboard last week. Wow. Actress said it was her experience last year that inspired her to say yes to the dance show because life is too short not to take the opportunities you want. Womb cancer. What are the symptoms? Unexpected bleeding down there. Bleeding after your menopause. Bleeding between periods. Bleeding after intimacy. Heavy irregular periods. Persistent heavy periods. Watery or bloody discharge. You can read that word yourself. I don't know if I can say it. However, not all abnormal bleeding is womb cancer. That is true. That is true. Don't let your mind, take it to the worst, but also get it checked out. Best advice is to just visit your doctor to talk about your symptoms, of course. All that good stuff. So, yeah, if you notice anything weird, get it checked out. Totally. For me, it was a little change that I happened to mention in passing to the doctor, and now I'm going through what she did. Yeah, exact. Isn't that interesting? Like it's like the body doesn't have, this check engine light like vehicles do. But we notice little things. Little things, if it's, an ache or a pain or something, blood in the urine is a very obvious one, right? You can tell that pretty much right away. Something's wrong. You just have to, take stock. Look at yourself, Believe it or not, you have to look at yourself. If you notice anything weird, check it out. Good to hear a success story. Indeed. Yeah, that was a good one. And if you notice you have any of these symptoms, certainly go talk to a doctor. I am not a doctor. I cannot confirm nor deny. But yeah, that was good. That was important. Happy to hear she's on the mend, as they say. All right, let's move to the last one. It is, apt. It's called Moving. Am I Dreaming? It is the Moving finale. episodes 1 through 20. So this is a lot of them. The quote is, "I'm going to protect you until the end." The editor said, "Drama of the year for me. I love everything about it, including how each of the characters got properly developed and how the relationships unfolded, and that among all the fighting and the pain, we could really see the love in all its forms." Take it easy, Jace. Thanks for being here, of course. Thanks for the help, as always. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Make some room for the subtitles, of course. Here we go. Am I Dreaming? From the K-drama Moving.
아빠, 나 이런 거 아빠 알고 있었어?
몰랐어. 혹시나 했는데 아빠도 이번에 확실히 알았지.
아빠 나 왜 이래?
아빠 닮아서 그래.
엄마, 나는 내가 싫어.
이제 다 끝났겠지 싶으면서도 제가 마음이 무척 됐나 봐요.
아빠, 울어?
봉서가 엄마 힘들어.
아빠 이제 안 울어.
특수 기록자 맞네. 확인했으니까 됐어. 대답만 끝난다. 너 말고 또 누가 있냐?
아빠, 나 너들한테 미워.
능력도 유전이 되나?
That's a lot of pew-pews trained on that child.
그러니까 잘 좀 숨어 살지 그래서.
나도 할 수 있었어. 엄마가 그렇게만 하지 않았어도.
내가 어떤 인생을 살았는지 알아요. 우리 봉석인 나 같은 인생을 살게 할 수는 없어요.
넌 그렇다 치고 네 아내나 네 아들 언제까지 도망다닐 수 있어?
우리 아이들을 지켜야 돼요.
엄마의 부양으로 나는 부양하지 않았다.
야, 아빠가 끝까지 지켜줄게.
왜? 싹 다 죽일라 그래.
자식을 지키기 위해서 언제든 괴물이 될 수 있어.
아들은 그럴 게 없었어. 애들이 졌네. 니들 왜 왔어, 이 새끼야? 우리 대해서 끝내야 되지 않겠어?
삽시다. 살아봅시다. 포기하지 말고.
인민은 죄가 없다. 죄는 희생을 강요하는 자에게. 가서 사람답게 살라.
날아오르는 게 중요한 게 아니라 잘 떨어지는 게 중요한 거더라고요.
그러니까 아들, 정말로 날아야 할 땐 떨어지는 걸 두려워하지 마.
너 아버지 닮았다, 야.
엄마 닮았어.
왜 약속 안 지켰어? 진짜 무서웠단 말이야.
아버지, 또 떨어져 있기 싫어요.
아빠가 너무 늦게 와서 미안해.
내가 가진 모든 것들을 다 버리고 딸과 함께 떠난다. 아니, 다 가지고 떠났다.
아빠의 최우선은 항상 나였다.
아들 작업도만 우리 가문이.
This is wild.
우리 딸 참 잘 컸네.
다 컸네, 우리 아들.
해피엔딩인가요?
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be super cool. Does it though? Does it? Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. We'll go through it some much deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other videos that you might be interested in. Wow. that was interesting. Now I'm very excited to learn more about that. That was intense. Very intense. Moving, South Korean TV series, came out in 2023. Ensemble cast. Series is supernatural drama that depicts the familial story of 3 teenage high school students and their parents who discover their superpowers. First season was released in 2023. After 7 days of availability, it became the most watched Korean original series on Disney Plus globally and Hulu in the US based on hours streamed. Dang. Production of the second season has begun with aim to release sometime in 2026. Has won 6 awards. Also won a bunch of other stuff as well. Major success of the series said to have revitalized the streaming service Disney Plus, which is struggling to gain a foothold in Korea. Also launched the careers of a couple people. There's only 20 episodes. If you're looking to get into something, there you go. That's nice and easy to get into. Let's see what we got here. Production. Yep, it's already in production. Critical response. Rotten Tomatoes average has an approval rating of 100% based on 9 reviews. South China Morning Post said it got 5 out of 5. In adapting his own webcomic for the screen, Kang Full has stitched together a rich canvas combining a multitude of characters who weave in and out of his story, each of them fleshed out, given their moment to shine. Nice. After moving's premiere, the use of Disney Plus in South Korea increased by 145%. Oh my gosh. Well, that'll do it. I don't know if they're able to keep that momentum, but the Disney Plus K-drama that became a sci-fi phenomenon in Korea. Obviously broke some records there. Moving in its vocal fan base is a strong reminder that Netflix isn't the only international platform with a robust selection of original K-dramas. Moving centers on a group of former operatives for the Agency of National Security Planning, a Black Ops predecessor to South Korea's current National Intelligence Service, used by their government for their superpowers. On increasingly morally compromised missions, the agents decided to drop off the grid and start new, peaceful lives. However, as their teenage children began to exhibit powers of their own, this leads several dangerous figures, both internally and abroad, to hunt for the agents. This culminates in a superpowered showdown at the local high school where these factions finally violently converge. Whoa. Fresh take on superheroes. Utilizes South Korea's unique geopolitical situation. Both South and North governments pursuing the main characters. Adding to the murderous stakes is the inclusion of a CIA assassin, hunting retired superpower operatives on behalf of the U.S. government. Interesting. This is a Reddit review. Cinematography and attention to detail. Pretty impressive, apparently. No stranger to pretty shots and aesthetic sets. Less poetic details in the series, which attest to the attention the directors have given to the set. The second point is cinematography. Wide shots, close-ups, fisheye shots, bird's eye shots. Nice. Sheer experience these shots are enough to make you feel exhilarated. Like that. Pedestrians move out of the way, screaming in terror. The driver takes a sharp turn on dangerous roads, all while a small map is in the corner directing him to his victim. All that comes to mind is a well-known video game, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, with the little map. Barbaric driving, as well as the viewer experience, makes us feel like we've been tasked with murdering Juan, and true to the game, we are being directed by a map to take to the place of the attack. Makes the viewer understand Frank better. Acting. People may have qualms about the quality of acting in K-dramas. Plot. With the show addressing a North and South conflict, the show automatically drifted into a political topic. No one is immune to propaganda, just like how in American movies, America is always the greatest, and Americans are always the saviors for all the other countries. Indeed, I expected South Korea to do the same, and they did. North Korea was the barbaric nation, executing soldiers who were already dying, lock up babies for having treacherous families. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? They detail it towards the audience that they're serving. So if it's a American audience, you want all the Americans to be heroes. If it's a South Korean audience, you want the South Koreans to be heroes. Just kind of a, standard, honestly. Final notes. Frank the assassin underwent hardcore training in America. He had to survive in a survival of the fittest environment, kill his peers in order to live. He was abused and tortured in a way for seemingly most of his life. Interesting. Kim as the actor that portrayed him, as well as his character, was lacking. Kim Dusik. Either they did not develop the character enough, or he's simply boring. Interesting. Bang was a character I really enjoyed seeing grow. Found Bong Sook to be quite annoying. He didn't listen to his mother till the very end. Final episode was really amazing, as well as the brutally graphic scene of Juan leaving the building after rightfully killing the reptile man. Probably have more to say, but my fingers have slowed down. Moving Season 2 is in the works. It is in the works at Disney+. Gotta love that. So it has been confirmed. Announcement was made by Carol Choi, Disney's Executive VP, Original Content Strategy for APAC. Asia Pacific Content Showcase is where they did it. Although no details on dates and the cast were provided. Just like, hey, we're doing it. That's all. Bye-bye. Series has been a huge hit, obviously. Oh my gosh, they're doing a Moana live action? Really? Moving is an adaptation of a popular webtoon. His works have apparently been adapted into several local films. Streamer offered first looks at journalism drama Unmasked, medical thriller Hyper Knife, period drama Knockoff. Interesting. Leaning into Korean content has been incredibly successful for Disney+. Strong audiences now in South Korea. 2023, among the top 15 best-performing international original titles released on Disney+, 9 were Korean, based on views. There you go. It's a big hit. It is a big hit, and it definitely helped Disney+, which has been... Everything I've heard about Disney Plus is that it was losing people by the day. So it's good that they're not anymore. They're on the winning trend, apparently, at least in South Korea. But that looked very interesting. Obviously brutal, like really brutal. People loved it though. Season 2 is coming out sometime soon in 2026, apparently. But those were amazing. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. Check out the link for the wool socks down below in the video description. The Erkhes wool socks in this beautiful eco-friendly packaging. Go ahead and check them out. They are literally very soft and cozy and warm, especially warm for the upcoming season. So go ahead and check that out. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. Whether you stayed for the whole time or you just skipped around, I appreciate you greatly. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your week. Join the Discord, totally free. Sign up to be a member on the website, toddreacts.com. Literally guide the stream. And yeah, check out the merch. Winter collection's available right now. Ships worldwide, 15% off for members. I appreciate you all. Have a great night, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you on Friday. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.